See if we can catch a fish on each one of them. Shouldn't be too hard, hopefully. First decent one on the clear gold wave minnow. Nice fish on the olive oil wave minnow. Alright, just made it to East Gippsland, one of my favourite places to fish. Got some new bait junkies with us, so might do a little bit of a challenge today. Let's go out and try and catch a few. I'm ready to launch. Coffee at the boat ramp should be a thing everywhere. What do you reckon? Thank you.
No worries.
Have a good day.
You too.
Alright, so just idling out of the boat ramp in one of my favourite places to fish. I'm here in East Gippsland. Arrived late last night and put the boat on the water. So got a few new bait junkie shapes to fish today, so we'll fish them and we'll give you a look at those. But I also want to give you a bit of a rundown of kind of how I break down a system. It's not somewhere I fish all the time. I've only put the boat here once before, so I'll give you a bit of a rundown of kind of how I approach it, how I find fish, the kind of gear and tackle I'm using, and give you a sneak peek at some of those new bait junkie shapes. So stay tuned. Target's some nice black brim, might get a nice flatty or something as well, so stay tuned. Hopefully we get into them. Alright, so just rigging up a couple of rods. Got predominantly fast taper in feeds. This is soft plastics kind of fishing day, so you want a bit faster rod. This is a 702 in the EX range of the infeeds. Probably one of my favourites. Just a good all-rounder. Can throw a bunch of different weight jig heads. Normally, because it's again kind of somewhere new, we haven't fished it a heap. I'm not going to be fishing super light jig heads. I'll probably fish a 16th or a 12th for most of the day, and just kind of see how it goes. So don't need a rod that's overly light. So something in that, like this 702 should be probably the perfect rod. So. Alright, so this is the Bait Junkie Wave Minnow. So it's 3 inches long to the curl, but the thing with this is, what I wanted with this was like a really long slim grub. So very popular down, especially for black bream in Victoria and Tassie, like where we are now. That kind of really long thin profile resembles like a worm or something like that. Just really super effective. So the kind of different thing with what we did with wave minnow was the tail shape, and where the name comes from is that tail kicks back up at the end. So kind of like a wave shape barreling over. That upwards kick catches a lot of water, really forces the tail open, swims really slowly so you can fish it really light, get a lot of bites on the drop, and those black brim just absolutely go nuts for it. So I've had these samples now for a while, been using them and really happy with them, and you'll be able to get your hands on wave minnows very soon. So, alright, so a couple of colours we'll try out today. Got the couple that are tied on the rods, fish oil and a clear gold, but got yabby, stock standard motor oil, and then a couple of the new ones. So I've got olive oil and caramel candy as well. So see if we can catch a fish on each one of them. Shouldn't be too hard, hopefully. We'll see how we go. Fish number one, not very big. Ate that wave minnow, no problem. That's a better one, I think. Nope, just the same. Okay, a little bit better. That's the first decent one on the clear gold wave minnow. There we go. Next colour. Alright, so ticked one off on the clear gold. We'll go fish oil next, I reckon. Give that a go, and then we'll have to put some new plastics on. Only a little fella. Got the whole wave minnow down his gob. Only a tiny fella, but it's one fish, but we won't count that. We'll get a bigger one. Oh. A little one. Alright, so really simple technique. We're fishing basically a boat channel. So there's flats on each side of us about 1 foot deep, and it drops off into maybe 6 or 7 feet. So we're just fishing that drop off with a 1/12 jig head. So very simple, just let it hit the bottom, couple of shakes up off the bottom, and then let it sink back down. So basically what you're doing is you're just hopping that plastic off the bottom, allowing it to sink, and you'll feel the fish grab it as it sinks. You'll just feel that little tick in your line, and then you can set the hook. So pretty simple, very easy fishing to do. Don't need anything super fancy, just a nice light rod and reel setup with some light braid, a light fluoro leader, and a jig head and a soft plastic. So very effective, but also quite simple. So as I was saying, just a couple of little twitches with the rod. So I like to kind of wind the handle slowly as I do it, maybe 2 times, just a couple of little flicks, and then give it a pause, let it sink back down to the bottom. The little ones in this channel. A little bit bigger than the last couple, but still not very big for East Gippsland standards. Another one on the fish oil. Still want to get another nice one before we move on to the next colour. That's a bit better. Yeah, that's a nice one, I think. Or I've hooked him under the chin or something. He's swimming weird, I might have hooked him weird. I don't know, it's a tailor, that's what it is. That's what happens when you hook a tailor. Fish oil gone. Alright, so we caught a few bream on the fish oil and then got bitten off by that tailor, so might as well change colour. We'll go to one of the new ones. We'll try caramel candy. Nice bit of like copper bronze fleck in it. Looks really good. Right, so rigging up a plastic. Best way to do it, I found, lay it across like that. Have a bit of a visual guide of where you want the hook to come out. All the bait junkies have this top line, so it makes it really easy to rig them straight. So dead center, pull it down the line, pop it out where you made that kind of visual reference, pull it over the keeper, and you got a really nicely rigged wave minnow. That here. It's hooked up. It's a nice flatty, I think. That's a Bream. And they're eating it pretty good. So just make a little spot change. I'm going to head out towards right at the mouth of the system. So fish down on the sand flats in the clear water, see if there's a few bream down there. So make a little run and we'll try again. Alright, so we've just punched right out to the front of the system. It's currently pretty much closed at the moment, so there's almost no flow from the ocean. And we're just fishing these really shallow flats. So we're in about 3 or 4 foot of water here, but up where we want to fish is probably only a foot deep. So we'll just throw some plastics around the flats and try and catch a few more on the wave minnow. Laddie. Oh, it's a nice bream behind it too. Nice little flatty on the wave minnow. Just on these real shallow flats, there's patchy little bits of weed and stuff here, so he's just sitting there waiting for a bit of bait to come past. Alright, so we're poled down on this flat and there's heaps of fish. You can see them in front of the boat. So I've gone to a really light jig head. That's a 1/30th Bait Junkie jig head, and one of the other new shapes, which is the 295 flick. So 2.95 inches, so just 70 mil exactly. So really nice small profile, straight tail flick bait. It's got a little bit of a kind of spade shovel on the bottom. Gives it a nice kind of wavy motion, very subtle, not a lot of crazy action, and I'm hoping something a bit more subtle is going to get these fish to bite there. It's almost a glass out and it's only in about a foot of water, so let's see if that one goes. I saw that one. Bad one and a little flick bait. Sight cast that one. He's up chewing something. Alright, so time for another colour. Old Faithful. One of the first ones from the original Bait Junkie launch, Yabby. Nice little orange and bloodworm combo. There's so many fish here. And the yabby. Right up shallow, you can see the fish cruising around up here. And they're fishing in literally about 8 inches of water. Little fella. Haven't really found any big ones yet today. That's a good one. Taylor. Oh, fish. So fish out the front for a bit, caught a few, but lots of little small ones out there. So we've pushed back into the main lake and we're, as you can see, running up these really shallow flats. So we're going to push up as far as we can head up on this flat and fish back down with the wind. We've still got a couple of colours of the wave minnow to tick off, and I think we should get it done up here. So we'll push right up and fish back down with the wind, and we should catch a few, I think. So I couldn't help myself. These flats were absolutely alive with fish. So picked up a little slippery dog. It's actually a new colour that'll come out a bit later this year in the 65 size, and it's been probably getting multiple bites pretty much every cast. Just like that. When the opportunity presents itself to catch some fish on topwater, you got to take it. They're all pretty small, the ones we're hooking, but we are seeing some bigger ones cruising around.
What are you doing?
Getting into a good spot. Yeah, that's a better one. Nice fish. Olive oil colour wave minnow. Alright, so compared to what we've been catching, it's not bad. It's not a huge fish for Gippsland standards, but nice fish on the olive oil wave minnow. Just on a 1/12 jig head. We're only fishing in probably 5 foot of water. Nice little fish. One more colour, one colour to go. Motor oil, should be pretty easy. Heavier. Another nice little fish. Didn't even get a chance to change colours, so olive oil again. Now I'll change to motor oil and get the last colour off the list. So nice hiccup right in the corner of the mouth. Put that hook out. Not a giant, as I said, but solid little fish. Good fun. So we've pushed into this little mouth, and I saw it on the map. So there's a big shallow flat that's probably 200 metres long leading into this. We actually had to push the boat in here, but with this high clear skies, wanted to try and find a bit of deeper water. The flats fish, there was heaps of flats fish out there, but they're all pretty small and pretty spookish. So we thought we'd push in, just fish this little channel, and there's just activity everywhere. And I guess that's one of the little tips from today is, you know, don't be afraid to kind of think outside the square and go somewhere. No other boats been up here today. There's quite a few boats on the water, but they're all fishing like the edge of the flat, the drop off of the flat in the main little lake. So we kind of pushed up here by ourselves and been rewarded with 2 nice fish already. So last colour to tick off, faithful old motor oil. Hopefully it doesn't take more than a couple of casts. Oh, the last 2. There you go. Not a big one. Motor oil ticked. That's motor oil done. So just a little run through of one of the setups we've been using today. The new Infeet SK, this model's the 732 ULFS. I've chosen that one because it's obviously a little bit longer and 7'3", allows a little bit further cast. Fishing a lot of flats today, open areas. You don't need anything ultra powerful. You need something that's going to cast a long way and be, you know, light, because you're making lots and lots of casts all day. So 732 ULFS, so an ultralight, fast taper, dictated by the red colouring on the Infeet. And the fast just means nice, you know, soft tip. So it allows you to really work that plastic with nice subtle movements. But when you feel that bite, you can set the hook, that tip folds away and you get into the power, so you can set the hook. I've paired that up with a little Arity 2500S, super lightweight. That's the lightest spin reel that Daiwa makes. So stupid light combo, that's probably just over 200 grams for the whole combo. It's absolute joy to use. So nice little Infeet combo, has certainly done the job today. There's little chompers. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so I finished up for the day. New Bait Junkie Wave Minnow certainly produced the goods. Did a bit of a colour challenge, caught fish on all 6 colours we tried. That new profile, the long skinny profile grub, really catches them well down here in Victoria or Tassie. Anywhere there's black bream really, that wave minnow is going to be a real winner. It's one of my favourites in the range. Make sure you check it out when it hits store. In the meantime, we're going to pull this boat off, hit the Bem River Hotel and get some dinner. Let's do it.